what's up everyone? This is BP the Mentor coming back to you again with the topic of the Matrix. Last time I told you that everybody is stuck in this Matrix, and I'm just going to elaborate a little bit in that particular example. I see this time and time and time again. So last video I gave you the example of the person that goes to college, gets good grade, they find themselves, they go work for a corporation, they get themselves a good job, a good secure job with benefits and all that other shit, and they do what pretty much every fucking American does. They go, they leverage the shit out of their lifestyles, and now they're stuck. Now they're stuck in the Matrix. They are stuck. So I want to give you guys the other side of the story. If you guys ever watched the movie The Matrix, they have the world, and then they have the real world where everything is dark, everything is grimy, they're you know, all this crap. So I remember living in that version of that real world where I was just struggling, where my cars were not nice, where they would break down every fucking week, but I didn't have any debt on them. I didn't have a house. I was staying at my brother's couch, but I didn't have any debt on that either. I didn't have all the student loans, and I didn't have all the other things that were associated with it. I remember being in my brother's house, and I remember this vividly because it's something that just impacted me tremendously. But I remember being in my brother's house, and I remember being on his couch just sleeping, and it wasn't even a couch, it was a fucking futon, and it's just, might as well sleep on a fucking grill. So this shit sucked. I remember just waking up early one morning, and I'm like, man, this sucks. I can't believe this. Why the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you, Brian? Why can't you figure it out? And I remember beating myself up. I remember saying, this sucks, man. Like, how could you be so smart? How could you be so good and everything else and just not have anything to show for it? And I know that a lot of you guys watching this can probably relate to that particular topic, but I'm sitting there and I'm just beating myself up, and I'm crying, and I'm just throwing a hissy fit to myself as to what big an idiot I am. So that happened in the morning. Later on in the evening, we were going to go hang out with some friends to go watch the UFC fight. And I remember going to their house to watch the UFC fight, and they had very nice house, very nice neighborhood, beautiful wives, nice car, nice everything else. And I remember going to their house, and I remember that it was a few of us that were there, and we all watched the fights, we were all drinking, we were all having a good time. Towards the end of the night, people started leaving, and eventually it just ended up becoming me and the guy whose house it was. And he comes up to me, and he's a little bit tipsy, and he comes up to me and he's like, hey, BP, I envy you. And I said, what? He's like, I envy you. He's like, you see all this shit right here? He's like, this is all fake. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I work for this company, and I've been working for this company for the last 12 years. And I'm pretty much reached as high as I'm going to get promoted. And my son plays football, my daughters they do cheerleading, you know, we just bought a new fucking car, we just had a baby, you know, get this house, whatever. And if I don't go to work, I'm not going to make enough money to pay for this. So I envy you because you have the ability to not be stuck like I am. And it hit me hard. It hit me really, really hard. Because I knew a few things. First of all, this person would never, ever, ever, ever admit that. And not because this person is a bad person or whatever, because none of you motherfuckers would admit that. Had he not been drunk, had he not felt comfortable with me, and for whatever reason, had that not been heavy on his mind for whatever fucking reason, he would have never admitted that. But more importantly, I saw that all this stuff that I was craving was fucking bullshit. That it was lies. That yes, you may live in a nice big house, but you don't have a nice big house. You owe a shit ton of money that you have to go every fucking month. That's being stuck in the Matrix. That's knowing reality versus fucking fantasy. Don't get stuck in the fucking Matrix.